Whoa. Carrie, I have stuff on my side. I used to not have stuff on the side. Because it happens when you're into your 30s. And you spend too much time on shit you shouldn't spend time on. It's not the name of the organization, try K. You get a timeout, I'm mispronouncing the name of the organization. Hello, Carrie. How are you, Carrie? Hope you're having a lovely afternoon. Carrie, you're going to have to get on one of these ellipticals with me. I'm going to expect it from you. You're going to get on this elliptical and you're going to do the work. Right? Hello, Lavaris. How are you? 15 minutes, 13 seconds in, 182 calories. We're going to try and make it to 600. Means probably an hour to go. Just an hour to go. Oh boy. I got the machine on level 20 out of 23. HIT. What the fuck is HIT? Dude, you've been on this channel long enough to know we have a rule against acronyms. No acronyms. If you want to say, you don't say PC, you type out personal computer, mofo. We have a rule against acronyms. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, fuck my life. 200 calories. Alright. Now to do that 2 more times. You get to 600. 600 a day, no excuses, no bullshit. Whether it's a weights day or a no weights day. 600 a day. Whether it's a holiday, a work day, family day. Every day, I'm gonna do 600. Keep my circulatory system in shape here. The chat went away. Rip YouTube chat. It's gone. Wow. The chat is literally gone. You click the message button, you click live chat, and there's nothing there. Oh well. I think it froze. I have no... the YouTube app is such trash. It's hard to believe that Alphabet is worth over $1 trillion when their applications are this buggy. It's been a bug for a long time. And it's still there. Let's see, what if you turn the phone on? Still there? Okay, so you turn the phone over and it works. Fucking retarded piece of crap. There we go. How much is the gym membership? I think it's like 40 or 50 bucks a month. Somewhere around there. Like it's 35, but they have some stupid initiation fee and other bullshit, so it averages out to like, I think, 50. Doing snake. Give people what they want, bush cream. Susan and Jackie. Audio Lewis. Yes, audio. Streams have both audio and video. The size of your house, you probably buy the equipment and have a home gym. That's a pain in the ass though, bro. It's a pain in the fucking ass. I'd rather just pay 50. I'd rather just pay 50 bucks a month and everything. Sounds like a lot of work. You save a very minimal amount of money. Also, how do you get people to spot you? Here, I could just walk up to somebody and ask them to spot me. It's also an amazing excuse to start talking to a cute girl. You walk up to a cute girl. Hey, can you spot me? Can't do that in my apartment. Can't do that in my house. But seriously, like if I want to try my new max bench press in my home, I know what you're going to say. Get a bench with arms in the side. That's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit. Because you're not going to be able to touch your chest with that. Which means it's not a real bench press to begin with. If you're not touching your chest and holding for a quarter of a second, then it's bullshit. Jeremiah's, that's a $50 super chat. You gotta pay me 50 bucks to get an answer to that question, Jeremiah's. You super chat 50 bucks and you'll get an answer. That's how we do this. I wear extra tight shirts to fat shame myself into losing weight. Honestly, wearing dress clothes really helps shame me into losing weight. Like when I have to tuck my shirt in and I feel like a Pillsbury Doughboy with shit just falling out the side everywhere, oh, it's disgusting. Mikey, that's a $50 super chat. You can super chat 50 bucks and we'll talk about that. I'm an exploitative capitalist, and the way that I exploit my viewers is to make them pay for questions about my personal life. Gotta pay a $5,000 moving bill somehow. The reason why a lot of people ask Erica questions is because they don't know the original video where the news is announced. There is no video where it was announced. I don't announce it because my channel is not a fucking referendum on the women that I fuck, date, or seek to marry. I do not make videos when I break up with women. I do not make videos when I start dating new women. This is not Days of Our Lives. If somebody wants this channel to become Days of Our Lives, they're gonna pay me for it. What's your opinion on the Federal Bureau of Incompetence? I don't know. I'm not as mad about the whole Trump shit as everybody else is. It sounds like there was a really long time where they really politely asked him to return stuff, and he's just like, no. In the most polite way possible, and he's like, no. And then they went in. I don't know. I'm not mad at the FBI. Also, it seems like the person that Trump directed to be at the FBI, it's happening unto that dude. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got one thing going for you. You didn't lay off half your staff and jump out a New York City skyscraper. Cough, cough, Bed Bath & Beyond. Yo, should I be Googling Bed Bath & Beyond? I mean, I'm going to be laying off half my staff when I move here. I really do need to shrink my business into something that's more manageable. Having 12 to 16 employees was just too much growth too quickly for a company that does not have the money for it. True, but it was wholesome. You involved her a lot. Yeah. People want answers. People want answers. People want days of their life. This channel become Days of Our Lives. They're gonna pay for it. It's very simple. I'm not gonna go against the grain. I'm not gonna go against the grain. I'll turn it into Days of Our Lives for money. It works for me, kind of inspiring for me. Yeah, again, like when I would tuck my shirt in when I started wearing dress clothes again, to not look like a degenerate, and I saw there was stomach sticking out the sides. No, 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 no. Okay, so we're cutting out bread. We're cutting out pitas. Cutting out most unnecessary excess carbs. Doing 30 minutes to an hour of cardio a day. Doing some exercises from my midsection. Yeah, shame works really well. Shame and self-hatred is excellent when it comes to exercise. The thing is, most people that I see are just in horrible shape. Like what we consider average shape in the United States, and I'm only speaking for the United States because I've spent 99.9999% of my life in this country, is really bad. It's really bad. If you are a man, you should not have titties that bounce. Your stomach should not stick out past your dick. Like your stomach should not overflow on the side. The moment it starts to do that even a little bit, change your shit. And when you go to most restaurants, like you see how all the shit they give you is so fucking unhealthy. Like when I went to Dubai and I sat down at a lot of restaurants, you actually had to try in Dubai to get something that's unhealthy. Here it's like, here, overflow on bread. Have a cheese spread that's filled with oil. Have this chicken that is fried and then wrapped in breading. It's like, enough is enough. Have this dressing that has 52 grams of carbs for a quarter of a serving. I learned yesterday in Japan there's a law where corporations could charge fees if they have 40 plus employees. Employees who aren't thin. 40 plus year old employees who aren't thin. Well, there's thin, but then there's out of shape. There's differences there. Yeah, and a lot of people will say like, oh, I'm a teddy bear, or I'm big boned, or I'm thick. It's like, no, you're not. You're fat as fuck. Do something about it. You're not a goddamn teddy bear. You're not thick. You're not curvy. You can't have a curve when you're a blob. Like, I'm not fat by any means in contrast or in comparison to the average suburban American male. But that's not the standard I'm comparing myself to. I'm comparing myself to a model of actual health, which we are very far from as a nation. What part of Massachusetts are you in, Jack? The left side or the right side? It drives me nuts that bread is so tasty and it's so bad for you. Yeah, Carrie, I feel bloated and horrible every time I eat bread. Not just bloated, but just down on myself in general. I don't know what it is about bread. I don't know the science of it. I wish I knew the science of it. I don't know the science of it. I'm not smart enough to know the science of it. But bread does not make me happy. Like, it fucks with me. If I eat a bunch of bread, not only do I feel bloated and tired and blah, but I don't feel good as a person. Like, I feel a little sadder. I don't know what it is about bread, but I don't like it. I'm out of the loop. Why did you move to Mass? I never moved to Massachusetts in my life. I've gone back and forth to Massachusetts before for other things, but I've never lived there. The leftists will say Lewis is fatphobic and bigoted against plus-size people. I subscribe to Fat Logic on Reddit. I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, sure. I am bigoted against people making life decisions that is bad for their health. I don't hate people based on the decisions they make for themselves. I don't dislike them. I'm not going to be mean to them. But I'm not going to bullshit them either. And it's always in a loving way, you know? Like, if somebody wants to come here and go on the machine next to me, I don't care if they're on level 1. I'm on level 21 right now. They could be on level 1. I don't give a shit. I'll high-five them, give them a fist bump, because here's a big misconception about the gym. This is something that Planet Fitness does, and it fucks with me. They make it with the whole advertising, no gym intimidation. Gyms don't intimidate people. People are intimidated walking into a gym because they have a confidence problem. or they have a social anxiety. But nobody in the gym, nobody here is gonna make fun of you. Nobody ever has. I remember when I was going to the gym, even in my high school, they made fun of people for everything. The first time I went to bench press 115 pounds. The shit fell on me and fell off. And then I did like 95 or 105 and that was that. All the people around me, they could bench 2 plates for a set of 10. They were in big muscular dudes. When I was there trying to push 105, which isn't even a 35 on each side, they were so happy. They were like, yeah, do it, you got it, man. Like they were happy every step of the way that I was doing it, even though I was the weakest kid in the entire room. And the same thing is true at the gym. Like when I went to Complete Body on 19th Street and 5th Avenue with Dr. Evil, you know, there were dudes there that could deadlift 700 to 800 pounds. And when I deadlifted 365 pounds for the first time, there were people there cheering me on every step of the way. Like, yeah, you got this. These are dudes where their fucking girlfriend was able to deadlift more than me. You know? People are just happy to see you there. They're just happy to see that you are accomplishing something, that you're doing more today than you were yesterday. And Planet Fitness makes money from people by getting them to sign up for these gyms that are not real gyms, that are total garbage, based on the misconception that when you go to a gym, they're going to intimidate you. And what they're doing is they're taking something that's inside people's minds, they're taking their insecurity and they're amplifying it to make money, and it's disgusting. Yeah, I follow like the actual, like real gym mindset. If you're here and you're putting in work, it really doesn't matter how far behind everybody else you are. It doesn't matter how fat you are. It doesn't matter how out of shape you are, how weak you are. You put in work, and that should be celebrated and congratulated by everybody here. And I'll be the first to do it. But yeah, I guess I would be called fat phobic against plus size people with the 2022 definition of that. How's the gym treating you? I like this gym. The only thing that sucks is they don't have a working vending machine. And I paid an extra $5 a month to get towel service, and this fucking gym doesn't offer it. So I kind of tossed that down. I always forget a towel, that's the thing. I always forget a towel, and I wind up drying myself with my pants that I worked out in because I forgot to take my towel. So I'm like, you know what? Since I forget my towel, like 70% of the time I go to the gym, I might as well just pay $5 a month to be able to use their goddamn towels. You win, you fucks. And they don't actually have towel service here. It is what it is. You have a target weight. I'd like to weigh 152 to 153 pounds, but not change what I can lift. So I want to still be able to squat like 310, 320, 330 pounds, around there. I haven't done max squat in a while, so I don't know what it is. I've just been doing 255 for a set of 10. I want to still be able to do 255 pound squats for a set of 10. I want to be able to bench 255 pounds for a set of 5. I want to be able to do 22 to 23 pull-ups, or 9 to 10 weighted pull-ups at a 45 pound weight. But I want to be, instead of 158 to 162 pounds, I want to be 150 to 153. So I'm not looking to make myself stronger because I've realized over time that this is about as good as it's going to get for me. Like I could pack on the weight. When I was eating like crazy. I was 188 pounds. I shit you not, I wasn't stronger than I am right now. So I realized I could pack on the weight. I could spend 2 or 3 hours in the gym every day, 4 days a week. I'm not going to get, much stronger. So what I want to do is I want to maintain my strength, but continue to bring my weight down. So if I can't get big and bulky, I'd at least like to be the muscle I have now, but thin and lean, so it looks more impressive, Like the muscle I have now doesn't really look impressive because I'm like 160 pounds. But if I'm 150, then like this will look a lot. Like it's starting to get there. Like you can see the striations and all that. That's kind of cool. And I don't take any sort of supplements. I don't have any BC branched chain amino acids. No pre-workout, no post-workout, no creatine. I haven't even had protein powder in over like 2 or 3 months. This is just eggs, steak, yogurt, almond butter, chicken, avocado, drinking a ton of water, and low carb diet. DNA does have some part to play in your body shape. Oh, for sure it does. Like there's a reason that there was a kid that I started working out with He was a sophomore when I was a senior. And he was at the same place I was, like barely able to bench 100 pounds. By the time he graduated high school, he was benching 315. 315. I can't bench 315, and I've been lifting weights for the past 18 fucking years. Regularly. Like sometimes I got off of it a little bit, but for the most part, it's been pretty regular. And I'm at the, my max bench is, I think it was 285 or 290. I think it was 290. Either 285 or 290, I forget. But either way. So genetics does play a role in it. But when somebody says, like, you don't understand, my genetics aren't that great, therefore, there is no point. Like, I think people excuse themselves a little bit. Like, am I going to beat that kid? No. And as I said, like, my grandpa had knee problems, my dad had 7 knee surgeries and got his knees replaced. So am I out there running? No. I'm on an elliptical, like a bitch, using a machine, in a gym that's in a line. Like, I'm using a fucking elliptical. Embarrassing. The people that I'm next to, no offense. But, they're elderly ladies. Very nice, in good shape elderly ladies. But, like, they're old. I'm not out there running. I'm not out there running up a mountain, going for a 30-mile marathon. I'm on a fucking machine in a gym. Now, I could say, oh, well, my genetics aren't that great, and I was weaker than all the kids in my class in high school, so I guess there's nothing. And you don't understand, some people, it's just their genetics, so they can't do anything. Yeah, and I could think like that. And I'd also be 188 pounds right now, probably 190 actually, because I wouldn't have tried to lose weight. I was 188 at my max, and weaker than I am right now. If you do something, it's better than doing nothing. And there's this giant cope that I'm actually going to do a video on once I buy myself a chair and a desk, which I want to do the moment I get out of here. It's on my list for today, so I can do a video. There are people that say, well, you're not going to be as good at this. There are a lot of people that fail for every one person who succeeds. And, like, every time somebody points that out, like, it pisses me off because you're giving people an excuse to not try at all. You may be genetically inferior to somebody else that has better genes, better body, and all that. You are better off as a result of doing some work, some exercise, than doing nothing. I cut out bread 6 months ago. Good on you. It's true, when you go to the gym, people will support you. Very true. The bread in the U.S. is some of the most poisonous foods I've ever seen. I mean, people can eat carbs if they're warranted activity, but most people don't. Yeah, again, like, listen, if you want to eat a bunch of pasta and a bunch of bread, but you're running a marathon, like, listen, I'm not going to criticize. Like, you do you. Do you. But most people who are eating a bunch of bread and, fucking salad dressing with 64 carbs in a quarter of a serving, the most walking they do is from from Walmart to the handicap parking spot that they're illegally parked in. Like, let's be real. If you visited social networks more, you'd see fit people filming unfit people at the gym and posting it online, laughing at them. I don't fuck with most social networks carry. That's the thing. Social media is unhealthy for you. Turn that off. What you're gonna see on those social media platforms are people showing their best moments, and showing other people and making fun of other people's worst moments. Because you're Twitter, Facebook, all that shit, it rots your brain. I don't have a personal Twitter. I have a non-profit Twitter I haven't logged into in a really long time. I deleted my Facebook. Again. Who was the female model that wanted to ride a horse and was told she couldn't because she was too heavy? She went on social media to say that ranch is racist. Animal abuse. Yeah, they were nice to the animals there. You have to make money, don't have time to prepare our own meal. Then buy food or something, I don't know. Listen, there are food banks that I remember seeing in Pennsylvania while I was driving back. The shit that they were giving away for free, 10 times healthier than the crap that you'll buy at McDonald's or Waffle House. But Erica used to do this too. There was this refrigerator. It was called the community fridge. And what they would do is they would take food, like sometimes they had, salads, vegetables, chicken salads, all different types of shit, and they put it in the community fridge. And this shit tasted amazing. And anybody could put stuff in and anybody could take shit out. It was free. The food that you got there, man, not only was that stuff healthy, but it tasted good. Community fridge. They had them in Bed-Stuy, they had them in Williamsburg, they had one in the Lower East Side, they had one in East New York. It's a cool idea. Yeah, again, some people are going to go through any lengths that they need to give themselves an excuse. Literally, preparing, like making yourself eggs for breakfast, a fucking moron like me can do that. Literally, a retard like me can take eggs, break them, put them in a pan, wait, I go to shower. By the time I'm done with my shower, 10 minutes later, they're done. I eat it literally right out of the pan. Like, there you go. Healthy breakfast right there. 2 to 4 eggs. I put them in the pan. I go to shower. I come back. They're done. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen me use a kitchen or a stove before. Oh my God, it's worse than the video I did on the main channel of me making a smoothie with a blender. It's bad. It's bad. Breakfast like that, or just like that. If you're gonna be driving cats, you can get a seat protector. I'm not driving them. I plan on flying them. I can relate to stupid towel always. Yes. There goes the token jig guy in the background. Good on him, man. Good on him. He's getting his work in. He's doing more than you. He's lifting. Are you lifting? Exactly, bro. Exactly. Not only that, but being fat and out of shape is a drain on society because the medical system has to treat problems that are brought on by obesity. Yes. Universal healthcare would probably be a lot easier to do in America if people weren't so fucking out of shape. I am not a fit and strong man. There are many people that are more fit and more strong than me, but I will be someday. I'm working on it. With the mRNA shot, you can get big pharma to alter your DNA to have a high metabolism. I don't know about that. It sounds weird. Do you eat maintenance calories? I don't know what that means. I don't run much because I had my knee reconstructed after a motor accident, but I like walking. There you go. Do that. My dad did that after he had his first knee surgeries. Now he did long distance walking. So he would go walk 8 or 15 or 20 miles sometimes in a day. Imagine walking 20 miles in a day. Admittedly, I think a lot of that was because he wanted to get away from his wife, and not so much because of the exercise. Actually, I mean, I don't have to think. This is literally what he told me. But the point being is that you can. There's always there's a will, there's a way. There's a will, there's a way. Go to IKEA and Round Rock to buy a desk and a chair cheap. Is IKEA open today? I saw some piece of shit in Walmart. There was a $50 desk and an $80 chair. I was gonna get that. Sheila, what's with the all caps everywhere? He's way back in the chat. No shit, bro. I'm 24, female, and went from 170 to 115 by hiking and counting calories. No special diet. I just cut out sugar completely and limited carbs. It's all about self-control. Beautiful, Soli, beautiful. And do you feel better? I bet you feel a lot better. Tell people it's possible. Not even doing special diet, just cutting out the shit. I'm not gonna eat 100 grams of sugar a day. I'm not gonna eat a bunch of excess carbs. I'm not gonna eat a bunch of extra bread. When they give me bread when I go to a restaurant, I'm gonna ignore that until I get to the real food. Good job, Soli, good job. That's awesome. You keep doing you. I mentioned the social media shaming thing because it's a big reason why people don't go to gyms. They don't want to end up being the butt of an internet joke. Oh, fuck those people, though. Seriously, the type of person that's going to make fun of unfit people at the gym is an absolute fucking cunt-ass piece of shit. And people who are actually fit, who are good human beings, are going to call out those motherfuckers for who they are. Nobody likes those people. They're going to hell when they die. The type of person that's going to take a picture of somebody in a gym who's out of shape, who's actually trying to put some work in, and make fun of them, is a piece of shit. I don't believe in cancel culture, but I do believe in freedom of association. I don't screw with those people. There's going to be a blowback against that. You'll see. You'll see it, Cat. I left two brother and just came back from mountain bike. I'm all right. Awesome. Ebn Reza. Nice. I like how you have a really confusing last name and a very easy first name, and I chose to struggle at the last name rather than the first name. Did you buy new shoes? I did. They cost me $44. Check it out. There was a buy one, get one half off. 1 second, the app froze. Puma. It's a Puma shoe. I like Puma. Puma's my groove. So I got that. There was a buy one, get another one half off, so I got my second set of shoes for like 22 bucks. As I said, I hate having to shop for shit because the things that I actually like wound up not being available the next time I go to buy it, so buying 2 of them was really helpful. I was going to go online and buy 20 of them, but apparently you can't because they don't. This is a clearance model. It's a very comfortable shoe. It looks the way I want the shoe to look. I like it. I like plain shoes that are very nice Puma shoe. I got 12 sets of socks because most of my socks are mismatched, have holes in them, or some of them are from 2006. So I treated myself to some new socks too. I spent a total of like $90. So I got 2 sets of shoes and a bunch of new high performance fancy socks for 90 bucks. That other store I went to, there was an uncomfortable set of shoes and they were all $160. And you had to put your name on a list to wait to be able to try a shoe. Yeah, Puma was the shit. Also, there was this one thing they sell from Bed Bath & Beyond. They sprayed the store with this spray that's amazing. I'm gonna spray my car with that thing. I'm gonna buy like 10 gallons of it. I told the manager, I complimented her. I said, the reason I'm spending money here today is because of that smell. Looks like EOS. I don't know what that is. End of service? Do not use acronyms in my chat. We have made it very clear that we don't accept acronyms here. No acronyms. Bad. Bad. Walking is awful for your knees, especially if you're wearing tennis shoes with a shit ton of rubber. That's probably why my dad has new knees now. IKEA is open until 8. It is in Round Rock. Yeah, I may not make it there in time. Angry guy. Where's angry guy? Are you angry guy, Alexander? Don't be angry, be happy. It's a happy day, my friend, happy day. Did you want S10 with lineage? My S10 has a Snapdragon and I can't figure out how to unlock the bootloader, so I can't figure out how to put lineage on that. I'd love it because I don't like this missing a micro SD card slot thing. I can't mess with that. I need my micro SD card slot. Wi-Fi stream's actually clear now. Yeah, this is gym Wi-Fi. I'm not using Verizon. Yeah, but right now with Verizon I have 1 bar. So I'm going to be switching off Verizon the moment I'm done with this month of service. Because I think I added an additional $50 to my prepaid account by accident. So I don't want to lose the $50. So I'm going to use it until all of this is up. And then I'm going to go over to T-Mobile and be done with this. You're following the same diet as most bodybuilders. No low crap carbs and sugar, high protein with healthy fats. Yes. Boomer says women are expecting to get a 10 man, and 8 man is to settle for a 4 woman. I guess. I don't know. That's completely separate from this particular conversation. What I will say is that many of the women that were like, who were like, not interested in their 20s, have wound up adding me on Facebook in their 30s, messaging me with that, oh, looks like you're doing really well for yourself. You like to catch up? I actually deleted my Facebook last week after that. I had one encounter where this one woman that stood me up 3 times added me on Facebook. And I went out to lunch with her once. And it wasn't a healthy dynamic. Like, her life was in shambles. Her job was giving her a nervous breakdown. The guy that she was going to marry left her. Like, she lived in a shit, I don't know. Everything was like, I'm just thinking to myself, like, and now you decide that's the time to call this. I don't know. Like, Facebook is really, it's fundamentally useless. The only thing that it's for is for political arguing dopamine hits for unhealthy behavior, and for women that rejected you in your 20s to reach out to you and waste your time in your 30s. So I deleted it. I forget what that had to do at the beginning. Who knows, Carrie? There is no way for me to tell when that moving truck will arrive. For me to know when the moving truck would arrive, I would have to trust the moving company to actually give me an accurate date. And that's hysterical. That's like trusting Verizon when they tell you that you have unlimited service. That's like trusting AT&T when they say they have the best nationwide coverage. That's like trusting Apple when they say that their products only have design flaws for a small number of users. I'm not even, and to answer that question, I would have to buy into the false premise that a moving company that's going 1,700 miles on a Labor Day weekend has any ability at all to give me an accurate number. And I'm not going to lie to myself. Maria, this is LA Fitness, LA something. I think it's what is it? I forget the name of this place. Yeah, LA Fitness. I'm using gym Wi-Fi with my Calyx VPN. My job gives me a nervous breakdown, I survive. When I was a kid, I saw the two types of people, fat ones and skinny ones, and the fat ones could barely move and had problems, but the skinny ones were active and healthy. Maybe she changed. I don't care. No, that's not how that shit works, bro. No, I don't care. This follows a very simple formula. I am mostly the same dude now when it comes to my ethics, my morals, my philosophy, my work ethic, how I apply myself, that I was 10 or 15 years ago. If I wasn't good enough for you back then, before the fruits of my labor actually showed up, then why am I good enough for you now? Oh, because I have money and success and fame now. Fuck you. Like, seriously, that's the only thing you say at that point. Maybe they changed. Gargle my balls. I love Facebook, you just have to learn to post on it and stay on Messenger. I'd rather use Signal. I use Signal for my messaging. Emily says just be a high value guy and stop bitching. Emily with the red pill. Emily Ram with the overdosing him on the red pill. Look at that. What do you recommend? T-Mobile $50 home internet, Verizon $25 home internet. I don't recommend any internet service because I'm not an influencer. I recommend you read reviews in your area, ask people, trial it out, and figure it out for yourself. I'm not an internet influencer. You seem like the type of man that attracts psycho women. Well, it's not about, no, that would be a bit of a cope. It's about what you choose. Because there are women that say, all the guys I attract, they're just, I want to date somebody who's nice to me, but they're just so mean. Or they're bad, or they don't want to commit. It's like, no, you choose it. Like, I don't attract psycho women. I chose to ask that woman out 10 years ago. Like, it's not that because saying I attracted her is very passive. It just kind of makes it sound like it's something that happened to me. You know, like I have no real agency in the process. You know, I choose the people that I ask out. It's 100% on me. The accountability for that is 100% on me. The accountability and the responsibility. People in their 30s are a lot more mature than people in their 20s. You're probably a different woman now. New life experience and stuff. Yeah, I don't care. No, I don't give a fuck. You stand me up 3 times in my 20s, you can go fuck somebody else. It's very simple. I don't care that you've grown and matured. Go fuck somebody else. If you don't visit them, how do you know you're banned from it? Hi, I'm Bilal from the UK. I support what you do at Right to Repair and Tech Freedom and appreciate it. Keep it up. I usually miss the live streams, but glad I could tune into this one. Thank you, Pro4TLZ, and thank you, Mr. Bilal. Wow, £10. This is very kind. Thank you. I'm in Northwest Florida and Verizon sucks, it's worthless. Yeah, I noticed that in Southeast Florida that Verizon was also worthless, and I'm noticing in Texas that Verizon is worthless. Remember 10 or 15 years ago when they had the Can You Hear Me Now campaign and they were actually the best in the country? Like, what happened to that? Like, what happened to that? They folded. They folded so bad. Like, Verizon is so many American companies are just relying on their reputation from the olden days, but are absolute trash now. What do you like most about Austin, Texas so far? I don't have a list. I don't think of things like that. I don't have lists of like from most to least like when I go to an area. That's not the way my brain works. It's not the way my brain works. Like, what's your least favorite thing to most favorite? I don't list. I don't experience life as a list. If a man doesn't download Signal for me, it's bye-bye. Based. Okay, you're becoming a mod. You're becoming a mod. You're becoming a mod if the YouTube app will actually work and allow it. Here we go. Moderator. Bam. Somebody yesterday was saying if there are or are not green text message boxes on the phone, then nobody will go out. Then women will not go out with them. I forget if you were part of that conversation yesterday. That was a funny conversation. You and me both, Louis, we chose to ask them out, and they hid their cycle very well. Well, most of the people that all the women I chose to ask out that were psycho, it was very clear in the beginning. I just ignored it because I was looking at other things. But that's 100% on me. It's not on them. It takes 3 to 6 months on average for someone to reveal their psycho. I support Lewis. You guys need to understand that he just wanted his money and fame, plus it's a red flag for a girl to reach out to a guy that she stood up. Yeah, it is what it is. Like, I noticed what I was doing was massively unhealthy. Like, you're not supposed to go out with somebody just to pick on their life. Like, that's fucked up. But I figured I'm leaving New York. This woman reached out to me like a week before I moved away. I'm never going to have the opportunity to do this again. Let's just see. Just out of curiosity. Like, it was a screwed up thing to do. Like, you don't go out to lunch and then dinner with somebody just to ask them probing questions about their life to figure out how fucked up it is. But she stood me up 3 times. I couldn't help myself. I was being immature, but I'm like, I'm only going to be here for another 4 days. I'm not going to have the opportunity again. Emily, that is kind. That is too kind of you. Why so many female mods? The future is female, require Pan. The future is female. Yeah, honest, a lot of Texas women might drive with Lewis more based on his life philosophy. We'll see. I'm not sure. We'll see. One of the things that helped me out with this is I had a conversation with my dad 4 years ago where I asked him why he married my mother. Like a really candid conversation where I didn't pull any punches. I'm just like, you wanted to have kids. Like, really? This is the best you could do? Like, you thought this would be a good mother? Really? Tell me more. And holding my dad accountable was so fucking awkward. It was so horribly weird. But holding him accountable, it allowed me to hold myself accountable. And then I started noticing, because I was going out with somebody at the time that I did that, that's like, wait a second. I'm criticizing my dad for this, but this is who I'm dating. What the fuck? And I ended it the same week. Because before 2018, I would say I attract crazy, or I attract this, or they change. But like after, I started to realize, no. I'm picking these specific people because they offer me this, and I'm willing to ignore that because they offer this, and I'm being lazy. That's on me. 100% on me. That's my fault. Lewis, you earned that asshole moment. Did your mini self at least enjoy himself? Yes, I did, Emily. I did. I went for another one, but I realized what I was doing was just kind of fucked up and wrong, so I just deleted the Facebook and stopped messaging her altogether. Like I'm not gonna do this anymore. This is. But yes, I was an asshole in that particular moment, and I enjoyed it. I know you don't want to get a new flagship phone, but the S22 is pretty much the same size as your S10e. The S22 is 0.15 inches longer. The problem is locked bootloader, so I can't put Lineage, Calyx, or Graphene on it because of the locked bootloader. And there's no headphone jack. Well, actually, how much of a difference does this make? So I'm going to unplug the microphone that I have. Yeah, it's not. I don't use Bluetooth for the headphones. I use Bluetooth for the microphone. So here's what. Let's see. All right. So do you notice a difference in the audio quality? Is this better than or worse than it was before? Like, how does this sound? How does this sound in contrast to what it was like before I unplugged this microphone? Exactly. This is what you get when you get a phone without a headphone jack. Yeah, it's garbage. You need a headphone jack. Plug in the mic. Which bar was that? That's not a bar, it's a microphone. It's a Rode Video Mic ME TRRS. It actually says it's made in Australia. I kind of don't want to recommend it now that I know that Paul Daniels is probably in the factory making it. Why try hacking up an Xperia phone? I would, it's just it's vanilla Android is still gonna have all the Google shit in it. I want to have his Calyx, Graphene, or Lineage with micro G. I thought I wouldn't care about the headphone jack, but not having one on the S22 really pisses me off. Would you take a TikTok sponsor? They paid well enough. My minimum for sponsorships at this point is $10,000. That usually results in everybody saying no, but like, the way I see it is my brand and my ability to move through life the way I do is based on trustworthiness. And the moment I start shilling NordVPN and other stuff like that, I've essentially popped my trustworthiness cherry. So if I'm going to sell out, if I'm going to use like the reputation I've built on YouTube for something, it's going to be for something like really worthwhile. It's not going to be for some bullshit. Would you take a gamble sponsor? I would take a sponsor for a gambling hotline that looks to talk people out of gambling if they are if they've, fell to, whether it's casino gambling or day trading or Robinhood or crypto shit. I would take a sponsor for counseling services to get people to recover from gambling addiction. But if you're talking about a gambling sponsor, like, sponsoring some casino in Vegas or something, fuck no. Hell no. Because actually have you tried a USB-C to 3.5 millimeter adapters? No, because they don't work. So this microphone, it clips onto the phone. See this? So it clips on. Now when you have a cable adapter, I now can't use the clippiness to clip it onto the phone properly. But more importantly, I can't charge the phone. I can't charge the phone while while the microphone is in. So this phone over here, I'll show you. This is a charging case. This is an extended battery. And this is the charge port. So I can have my charging case on the phone, and I could have my microphone on it. I don't want to accept the premise that it's okay to lose your ports while still paying $1,000 for a phone. Have you seen the movie Gone Girl? Never heard about it. It's easy to slip down the gambling addiction rabbit hole. I was addicted to crypto gambling for years. Honestly, that takes balls for you to call it what it is. Because a lot of people that do that, they call it trading. And they're not trading, they're gambling. So like what you did That took a lot of balls to admit to yourself what you were doing, and I give you a lot of props for it, really, honestly. It's not wireless charging, no, it plugs into the bottom of the phone. Yeah, and wireless charging is shit because you lose 30% of your energy. Wireless charging is a giant scam because you lose 30% of your energy. It's very wasteful. I appreciate it, Felix. I appreciate it. It's not your fault. It's not your fault that the modern cell phone market is full of shit. It's an unfortunate reality. I just feel dirty with that. Like if I'm carrying around an external battery, if I have an external battery that's 5,000 milliamp hours, now it's like a 3,000 milliamp hour battery because I'm using wireless charging. It's just, I don't know, it makes me feel dirty. What about charger cases? Yeah, that's what I have right now. All right. I'm dead, man. I'm dead. I got 650 calories burned. Oh, I feel good. I miss pizza in New York. I don't eat pizza. Pizza's garbage. Pizza's a shit food group. You shouldn't eat pizza. It's junk. Pizza's actually junk. It's not good for you. It doesn't taste good either. It's a bunch of empty, shitty carbs. Don't eat pizza. Pizza's shit. Pizza being good food is one of the most overrated things in America. All right. See you later. That's it for today. As always, hope you learned something. Go to the gym, get some exercise, don't eat pizza. Bam. Praise be to the great.